Rave it, baby.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the crazy show. Welcome. How you doing? How you doing?
Well, that's
perfect.
The intro from now on, dude.
Forever and ever, amen.
I didn't know what we were doing if we started it
Yep.
or not.
We just
I
did.
think
You
we
did it.
You did it. You launched it.
it.
And the launch codes, dude. We didn't even know you had them.
I didn't know either. I didn't know.
I have to ask you guys about something. Mostly Carmen. I mean, I'm always excited for DJ's take on anything, but I'm very excited about Carmen's take on this.
Oh, dear.
So, our sister-in-law has been bartending a few nights a week at the local bar.
Mm-hmm.
I put local bar in quotes because, like, I live in a dry county.
Mm-hmm.
She's up past the county line, so it's not that local. But because it's the only bar for miles, it's like Andy went there last night because she had a shift to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
It's packed on a Wednesday
Okay.
because there's one bar, right?
Right.
And they're serving. They only have a license for beer because even there it's illegal to do liquor, even outside of the city lines or whatever. But they're like, they'll give you liquor. You just have to know how to ask for it. So they got this whole like half illegal system going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lots we can talk about, and I'd love to, with blue laws and these kinds of things. But here's the part. Andy was talking to her about some of the local color that was going on there. Like one dude was just talking to Andy's friend when she got there and stayed in their conversation for 20 minutes and just kept asking Andy about her uncle. And like they'd move on in the conversation. They'd be like, yeah, so, we moved to New Orleans for a month and it was really fun. And then the dude would and he was our age. He wasn't an old man. The dude would just be like, so what is Kenny up to? She'd be like, oh, he's doing this and that, back to her friend. We're going to move to Athens. And I knew he's working there at the record service, but I thought he retired. Like an old man, but he's like 40. So when he left, she was like, Casey, how do you know that guy? And Casey was like, I don't know that guy. He's just been doing that all night.
Oh, wow.
So that's the kind of like characters we have, right? So she's talking to our sister-in-law, Eli, about the characters. And Eli tells her of this dude they had the band named JR because he keeps headbutting people. That's his thing. He gets drunk. He wants to fight. He starts headbutting people.
Listen, by the way, the headbutt, very underrated as a move. You have to execute it well, but there is something. If you headbutt a guy, it doesn't matter if you win or lose the fight. Everyone is talking about the headbutt the next day. That's always the highlight. Having
done it well and had it done to me, my nose still a little crooked where a guy got me.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's super effective if you nail it because it won't like end the fight, but they can't see. Like if you hit them in the nose, they're stunned for a second. Anyway,
yes.
We'll get back to that. She was like, yeah, this dude JR, he's always getting drunk, fighting people. He always headbutts people. And I say, by the way, to your point, I think everyone talks about you, but the fifth time you do it, I almost feel like people are like, oh, the headbutt again.
Here comes the headbutt. Mm-hmm.
But this is what I want to talk about. She pulls up a picture of JR to show him, and she's like, also, you got to see this. You got to see this guy I'm describing to you. You got to think of this rural-ass redneck town, the dude who goes to the one bar and starts fights. He has pencil-drawn, perfectly manicured, or whatever the right word is, professionally done eyebrows.
Like permanent eyebrows? Like tattooed on?
I don't think they're tattooed on. I think
they're like threaded. He get his eyebrows done.
He gets his eyebrows done, or has his girl do them, or his guy. And he was making the point, maybe that's why he's angry.
Sister in the beauty school. That's where I'm going.
Sister in the beauty school.
Yeah.
Ah, that's good, dude. Does that, Carmen? You're from Florida, so you're used to a different kind of barfly. But think about the barflies in Tennessee. Does that surprise you at all? What can you tell us? What do you think?
You're more impressed by the eyebrows than you are by the headbutting?
Yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I needed you to relate back to me through your filter. 100%. I know plenty of dudes who headbutt people, Yep. I know no rednecks who get their eyebrows done.
I think DJ might be onto something with the sister in the beauty school thing. I mean, I have a good friend who, when we were younger, I mean, we're two young chicks with PCOS. We've always had bushy eyebrows, but her brother used to tweeze her eyebrows because it would bother him because he was like a designer, and so he always liked clean lines and shit like that, and it would bother him. So he would do the eyebrows. But again, in Latin culture is Latin culture. It's way more manicured in general than
your men
RJ.
are allowed to maintain their masculinity while doing a lot more.
You can be machismo. It's machismo.
Machismo is part of it for sure, but there's an aspect here. And by the way, we have that to some extent.
We're like mo cheese.
You think mo cheese, mo
cheese, mo. You know,
that was like nudie suits, rhinestones, but you gotta have a talent to go with it. We can get it. I do want to get into masculinity. We can get into that, but to me, I'm looking at this and I'm going, how is this dude doing both? It occurs to me, maybe he's getting made fun of for his eyebrows over and over. And that's why he keeps headbutting.
Maybe that's why he's hitting people with his forehead. If he's like, oh yeah, you don't like these pretty ass you don't like my pretty caterpillars? Pa! Pa!
Oh, it seems like, number one, it would be a target, right? Like you'd be focused on them. You're just looking at the fucking eyebrows like, holy shit. Like I can't keep my eyes off these fucking eyebrows, and blah, you're like, God damn. I don't know.
Mesmerized even.
Like a cobra. You know how a cobra gets y'all fucking hypnotized and snatches at you? That's how he does with his eyebrows. So just fucking locked in and then goddamn pow.
So I'm burying the lead here. So she's texting me all this, right? And I'm cracking up. And then she's like, oh my God, he's here.
Again.
While I was watching Rozzy, I took Rozzy over to his grandparents and I went. I was like, I gotta see
this for myself. I gotta see these eyebrows in the wild myself. That's how captivating. What? Did you get headbutt?
Yeah, headbutted.
I got headbutted.
Are you serious?
Consensually. I was like, I've heard a lot about you. No, I made that up. My kids cracked me. But everything else is true. Nice.
But did you go and meet RJ or no?
No. I honestly noticed this because I haven't looked at my face today. And Rozzy scratched me. And I was like, oh, I'm about to tell him that he did that.
Gotcha.
He did not do that. I didn't meet him. Also, he's not allowed in there. If he had walked in, they'd have headbutted his ass right out. He headbutted so many people that he's banned from the bar. And that's another great thing about where we're from. It probably took 6.
Yeah, I was going to say, money's money, man. If they're the only bar getting action, they want every clientele imaginable, even the questionable ones.
RJ.
They also kicked out their most famous guy.
Exactly.
There's people who came just to see his eyebrows, I bet.
God damn it, RJ. We like it when you're here. The ladies seem to like your eyebrows, but
how much of a commitment is that, Carmen? Like, does it hurt to get your eyebrows done like that? Does it take a lot of time?
Pull a hair out of your beard.
No.
That's all. It's just that over your eyes. So sometimes it hurts real bad. Sometimes it hurts real bad, and sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, I was glad you said that because I was going to say, I don't think it bothered me at all to pull one right here. Maybe or I think it bothered me bad to pull one here, and then I don't think it bothered me.
Part of these are nose, these.
Oh yeah, that'll look. It's
make your eyes water, dude.
I mean, it also depends on how thick this fucking hair is. If they're a little baby hair, it don't hurt at all. It's just it's just a slight annoyance. But one of them thick motherfuckers that's been there for years, that shit hurts.
By the way, they're like, I want everyone to know they're severely angled too. So it's not like he just like, oh, got him.
Oh, he looks like an anime bad guy.
He looks like a Persian guy. You know what I'm saying? Like a
yes,
Persian
I live in Glendale. I know exactly what you mean. I see the dudes with the real straight beard lines and like it was painted on.
I love their beards. I love their beard lines, dude. I'm so jealous of that. A lot of Armenians have such good beard lines. But if you play basketball with them and you see them in a tank top, they got pretty good back and chest hair lines.
They got a slight fade on their shoulders.
They do. And they can all shoot. Let me tell you guys something right now. I've never met an Armenian who couldn't shoot basketball and just deadly from 3.
Wow.
I guess it's all the bomb noms. I had to hit you guys with that. I had to tell you about the super manicured eyebrow guy who's out here headbutting people.
Well, I say if you're gonna jazz it up, if you're gonna jazz your face up, might as well use it for something.
That's another thing that's kind of crazy, right? It's like you really care about how your face looks in this area. Why is that your weapon, man?
Yeah.
Well, don't you use the top of your head? You use more of the top of your head is where it's harder because you don't want to hit this part because it bleeds so much.
Right, but
yeah, that's why all the wrestlers cut their heads there.
Height, but right here, I said for me it might be my height, but right here is where I can get the most.
Yeah.
All right.
Because you go up here, it could hurt your neck.
Well, no, you're both saying the same place. It's right up.
No, this is very different than this.
You can hit somebody you're right there. Like if you're fucking in a headbutt.
You guys are in a semantics argument, but you're talking about the same part of your hair. It's right here. I disagree
because
you're talking about this right here, and I'm talking about up this way.
See, yeah, and I know that's only 1.5 inches, Carmen, but I'm telling you, at least it might just be my skull, DJ. I'm real hard, like fucking Sunday morning.
Clip it, clip that. I'm hard
right
real hard.
And then right here, dude, I'm like Saturday night Coke boner, just like hard.
Okay.
It's a real difference between here. I got a cranium, and then I got like a little soft baby head.
Okay. All right.
It might be the scar tissue from the tater gun incident.
That was gonna say, maybe that's what it is.
That's funny, dude. That's why he's getting his eyebrows done, guys. Makes them tough. The skin's desensitized right there.
I mean, it does hurt less over time, or you get used to the pain over time for sure.
Which do you think it is?
Oh, no, I mean, it's still because I get them ripped out, so I get them waxed off. And then I pluck in between. Yeah, it sucks. The worst one is the threading. I don't understand how people can do the threading. That shit hurts exponentially worse to me. That seems like making the experience more painful. Is
it cheaper?
No. I think it's probably about the same. I'd rather you just rip it all out at once and then I don't have to think about it for a couple weeks until you got to maintain it. Pluck, 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 pluck. Until
I had an experience with waxing. I don't remember what it was. Like maybe Andy got a waxing kit as a gift, and then we did it on me almost as a lark.
Mm-hmm.
And I bled.
Oh no! Yeah, yeah.
Like, not like profusely.
You did it on your chest? Oh my god! You did it like 40-year-old virgin style? Jesus Christ!
It was just a piece. But where else was I gonna do it? My butthole?
No, I mean you could, but you could have done it on your leg or something. Anywhere else you have hair.
Sensitive? Why would that be better? I'm genuinely wondering.
Yeah, because the hair on your chest, I imagine, is way more coarse than a leg hair. Yeah.
Why is that?
Because you're pulling something thicker out of your flesh. You're more likely to bleed on your chest because they're huge hair follicles.
Okay.
You know, like
what's interesting,
like the hair on Rozzy's head, is much thinner than the hair on your chest. Obviously, the same thing is throughout your body. The hair on different parts of your pube hair, obviously thicker than the hair on your leg or on your arm or something like that.
That's what I was gonna bring up. That's where most people do the waxing is the pube hair. So I'm still kind of like, what the fuck are these broads doing? Why are y'all doing this to yourself?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think a lot of it was men being cunts for the longest time, and then I think a part of it was you just want it to be clean. I mean, it's also cleaner.
But you could shave, I guess is what I'm saying. Like,
you could absolutely shave.
Engineering.
Cultural engineering. I believe in that for sure. But I guess I'm just like, shaving it doesn't make you bleed.
It doesn't last as long. Correct. But if you shave as well, oh my God, I can't believe we were talking about this. But if you shave, it could give you razor bumps and stuff too.
Sure. I got bumps. I got bumps from the wax.
Have you ever used Nair or like?
Yes.
No,
like, dude.
I would never use that
holy
stuff.
shit.
Mm-mm.
I had a roommate, the black dude, and he used that no shave, that Nair shit, dude. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. Number one, the shit stinks.
It stinks so bad.
So bad. Number two, for whatever reason, on white people's skin, it will burn you up. It will burn your skin off.
This is like a perfect example. My brother loves saying I'm the dumbest smart kid he's ever known. In college, like dorm showers, somebody left a bottle in there. It was in there for like a week. And then one day I was like going to trim myself up. And then I was like, well, what if this works? I sprayed that on my balls.
On your balls? Oh my God. Jesus.
I'm not kidding.
Oh my God.
I almost went to the nurse because it wasn't just that it was burning so bad for an hour. It wasn't just that.
God.
It was burning away where I was like, I bet I have cancer. Like, I was not supposed to do that. And I went and looked at the bottom. It's like, you never spray directly on your genitals. And I'm like, I'm not having kids. I think I was like, I fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah. It hurt. And by the way, it soaks in. It didn't just hurt like on my sack, on the skin. My balls hurt inside my body.
I guarantee it.
Well, you put acid on them. Of course they ate it. I bet they were smooth. Yeah. After you stopped crying, they were red and smooth.
They looked like the child I didn't think I was going to ever have after that.
Like a baboon's ass. Mm-hmm.
DJ, you put it on your face?
What?
The Nair.
Yes.
Did you get it on your lips?
Buddy, I took skin off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, when I had on my face.
Did you leave it on for too long? Like,
no, dude, I had to take it off early because that shit was fucking me up so bad. I forgot what the shit's, it's Nair, but it's like called no shave or something like that.
Yeah.
It's whatever you get in prison. And so, like, you take your ID card and scrape that shit off, dude. I was scraping skin off. I'm surprised I'm not scarred up.
Wow.
You gave yourself a chemical pill.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, for sure.
DJ, for a second, was looking like a Stepford wide up in that bitch. Did you have to get extra fights that week? Because all of them was trying to...
Yeah, they were like, you look real pretty this week.
Dude, I look like fucking Freddy Krueger, dude. I was fucking, I had goddamn big, I was cut. I was like raw on my face. Like I took skin off, man.
He's like, I had ground beef face. Nobody was trying to fucking holler at me.
Nobody wanted none of that. I was sad. I was lonely. I put my fresh out on the street. Nobody wanted that.
Speaking of shaving beards.
Oh, okay. I was like, fresh.
Well, DJ's fresh looks good. I like how you've shortened your face, brother.
Mm-hmm. It looks good. Trimmed up, pretty.
You're a handsome man.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't on purpose. Tell you that.
Oh, I hate that, dude. Yeah, I've done it before where I like have to like shave or like have a goatee. And like,
thankfully, I didn't do it that bad. I was just trying to trim I was trying to just like cut off the very bottom and make it more like to where it was like even, you know, it wasn't just like always forked out, you know what I'm saying? Because for whatever reason, my fucking one side wants to go this way and the other side wants to go this way. Anyways, I fucked it up.
Yep. Tell as old as time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When I used to smoke a lot of pot, that would happen to me a lot. But also, I would just like, it would almost be like I would be disconnected from what I was doing. It would almost be like, man, what if I try this? Or that would be interesting. And then like 20 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I just shaved. Or I have to now. Like I like stoned, wanted to see what that guy would look like with a mustache. I was that guy.
Yeah. You were your own mannequin. You were trying things. Yeah. You were the sister in beauty school.
You get to the end, you're like, man, that guy looks stupid with a mustache. Oh, that's me and my doofus face. And I do have a doofus face. It's really funny. Well, I'm glad you didn't have to go the whole beard just because you didn't want to. It would have been interesting to see. You could have done chops again. You have a good chin, as I recall. Real strong one.
Yeah, man, that's how it's one.
I know.
I didn't want to, god damn it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, in terms of how bad you could have fucked up.
Yeah, it looks really good. I don't know what the issue is here.
He just didn't want it. He just didn't want a beard that short. He wanted a longer beard, Carmen.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted my beard just to be a little bit more tamer, not shorter.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Men and no facial hair, dude. I'll never understand it. You guys obsess over it way more than I mean.
It's our makeup.
I don't obsess over it. I just wanted it to be normal.
It looks fucking normal to me.
Short. It looked normal when it was long and good. Now it looks bad. Short.
It's our makeup, Carmen. But the difference is we get it. It has to be like 3 months at a time. So I don't think it's not like obsessing over it. It's like, imagine you did your makeup and you just were stuck like that for 3 months.
I would love that. I would love to never have to do my fucking makeup again if I could just keep it for 3 months.
It rules when you nail it. What if you fuck it up a little bit? You'd be a little more obsessed with it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You'd just be a little bit more particular is all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
It's absolutely an advantage. I agree. But with great power comes great responsibility.
Very true. Very true.
Like, I would choose our version of it, but I'm just saying that's why we're particular. It's like, this is a 3-month
commitment
move I'm pulling here.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be several years. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be several years of growing it. And I just I at least went back a year. So,
like
a tree ring. Imagine you just erased one tree ring, Carmen.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Because because it still looks good. It'd be different if it looks bad, but it looks good.
I don't care about looking good. Looking good isn't the point.
That's why you tamed it. You wanted it to look better.
Only because I was growing one side longer going this way than it was this way. Like, it's one thing.
She don't get it, dude. She just couldn't get it.
All right.
I just don't understand.
He's saying good, and you're saying you do look good. It's not really good. Like, he wanted to look the way he wanted to look, and he don't look that way now. Okay. He didn't look that way before, so he tried to trim it, and now he don't look that way now either.
Got it. So you just never got what you wanted. Okay.
Tree rings, man. It's like, there's dip lines for every season.
Obsessing about it would be like putting beard oil and doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
Beard oil is good for your face, though. I don't think that's obsessing. I think that's just like if you put shampoo and conditioner in your hair. I don't think that's obsessive. But
the thing I do ain't obsessing. The thing I don't do, now that's obsessive.
That's right.
I've got a bunch of beard oil. I don't use them. There was a time where I was using them pretty consistently, and it did, like, I think, give it a better, like, look, I guess. But for me, it was more like my face was moisturized.
Well, yeah,
that's why I started doing it, but that was the result that was nice, was like a more moisturized face.
Mm-hmm.
And when I brushed it out, no tangles. The more it was oiled, the less tangles there were.
Mm-hmm.
And my shit be tangling, dog, because I sleep like this.
You sleep with your jaw unhinged? Why do you sleep? Why do you?
I was showing it for dramatic effect. I just mean I sleep on my stomach and then I turn sideways. You know.
I do too. Apparently, that means that you have high cortisol. Apparently.
That's so interesting because I've been doing it less and less the last 3 years, and I didn't know why. And I've been also working to get my cortisol down.
No, that might be it. Because I sleep in a rock climber position as well, and they say rock climber is usually like an indicator for high cortisol.
Man, you gotta get a hold of that, Carmen. That cortisol shit will fuck you up.
I know, but it runs rampant with people in ADHD. I mean, I don't know how to. I've tried. I'm constantly. I have lavender constantly going. I try to do things to whatever. I do shit for it, but it's still the most comfortable. I still cuddle up. I do the T-Rex arms thing, which is very neurodivergent. All that stuff. All of those things.
I did not know how revelatory my sleeping patterns were.
I feel like I sleep whatever position the dogs and animals let me. I
saw him fall asleep in a chair in a 2-bed hotel room, and then with his clothes on, and then the next day I woke up and he was still in that position.
Yeah, when we did Bristol together, it was the same thing. I was like, "You got a bed."
That's how I sleep in Bristol.
That's my Bristol sleep. I sleep wherever.
Yeah.
So he had the opportunity to spread out. He doesn't have any animals telling him how to sleep, and he still slept as if they were like, "You can't go this way, and you can't go this way." You have to sleep in this
on a
tiny
couch
little
or a chair too.
Yeah, he was on the. I think the chaise of the couch in that in the condo. But yes,
damn, I've been saying that wrong my whole life. Chaise?
Yeah, chaise lounge.
Definitely been saying chaise lounge since I was.
Well, it's like a French. Baby. You can. I mean, people say chase, but it's a French word.
Yeah, but I feel like even when we try to do French words, French in America, we almost always fuck it up.
Sure.
Cream brulee. Give me one of them
creamy brulees.
Creamy brulee. Drummy.
I like a good creme brulee now.
Bust out the blowtorch.
Dude,
Daddy wants some crispy sugar.
Man, fuck yes. Oh, I saw this thing today. First of all, I never even thought of this, but it was like this, I don't know, hipster food. I don't know. I'm just scrolling on Instagram. I never thought of this, but it makes sense. There's obviously like an old school way to make a marshmallow. It's not like that came out of the gate being this factory blob.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was some kind of like creamy sugar vanilla bean thing that the French invented.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing was saying, we make our marshmallows the old school way. And then inside the marshmallow, they made graham cracker butter and pumped it into it.
Oh, Jesus.
Froze that and then put a marshmallow around it. I'm not one of these people. Maybe I'm just getting old. I've never done a food thing and been like, Jesus, maybe with ribs or something. This is the first time in my life a dessert made me stop and feel emotion.
Smarter Mark is drooling in the other room. He's describe it even slower.
It was gooey because then they heated it up. And so the goo melted. So you had graham cracker butter is what they were calling it, oozing out of a toasted marshmallow. Oh, and they made a caramel and chocolate ganache to be, since the graham was in the center, you don't need a graham cracker.
Mm-hmm.
They had a crispy ganache be the bread of the s'more.
Mm.
I would have fucked it. Dude, I wouldn't have slapped Andy, but I'd have tickled her without permission just to get to it.
Can we talk? Okay, you just made me think. Can we talk about that as far as consent goes? I tickle my boyfriend and he does not like it and I do not care. And that is not okay. But I do it anyway. I feel like, is tickling low enough on the scale of disregarding consent?
I think if they stop you, it's not while you're doing it, but if at some point when you're not doing it, if they're like, hey, you have to quit doing that, then you should probably stop.
Oh, yeah, no. He hasn't done that. I haven't gotten sat down.
You can't tickle someone who wants you to. It's not possible. And I mean that.
Well, I also don't know anybody who's like, oh, tickle me, except for the fetish people. Other than them, tickle.
That's my point. It has to be non-consensual. And I mean that on a scientific level. Are you aware of the benign violation theory of comedy? I think we've talked about it on here before.
No. What's the benign violation of comedy?
These fucking nerds set out to figure out what made comedy work.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few different things they came up with, but to me the most interesting one was the benign violation theory. Now, this does not describe every joke. It doesn't describe, for example, many Mitch Hedberg jokes.
Mm-hmm.
But this does describe a lot of stand-up jokes. And what they say is, laughter comes from the same part of the brain as fear.
Mm-hmm.
And for a joke to work, they have to turn on the same parts of your brain that get turned on when you're scared, but then you have to release that pressure. So, example, in the stand-up world, Dave Attell tells a dirty joke. Because it's dirty, there's a little bit of tension in our brains. Because he's a master at releasing that tension, we laugh. But someone like my mother would not laugh. Because for her, it was not a benign violation. He actually violated a principle of some sort that she holds dear. So she would find him disgusting.
Gotcha.
Which we all know some comics aren't for everybody, right? And the way they came up with that theory is tickling. A stranger can rarely tickle you unless you're like in a kink setting. If someone off the street came up and tried to grab you in the parts.
Oh, violence. Yeah, it'd be violence immediately.
Exactly, because that's not a benign violation. At the same time, you can't tickle yourself because there's no violation. I'm extremely ticklish under here. I cannot tickle myself under here because my brain is not turning on the danger zone. A stranger can't tickle me under here because the danger zone would get overloaded and I would punch them. But Andy can tickle me under here because she's turning on the danger zone, but because it's her, I laugh. That is how some large percentage of stand-up comedy works.
Wow.
Oh, you're not supposed to talk about race, but you're doing it in a way I like. Versus some people just say race is shit, and then you kind of go, that didn't make me laugh. You just kind of violated me. You didn't benignly violate me. Sorry, I got nerded out.
No, it's all good. I mean, I always thought the tension and release thing, but I didn't know there was like an actual study on it. That's funny.
They did MRI shit. And it was like fight or flight kicked in, but only to a certain level.
Right.
And that's what tickling is. Your fight or flight kicking in, but not going too far. My mother had an uncle who would hold her down and tickle her till she cried. If you just kind of grab her under her arms, she will punch you in the face.
Gotcha. Jesus Christ.
Her fucking fight or flight when it comes to tickling is hyper.
Yeah. Because you're not supposed to. Way to ruin tickling, you dick.
Yeah, he was a bad guy. A lot of people in that family were bad people. The more I learn about them, glad I didn't grow up around many of them. Glad they're dead.
Or just poorly influenced, just influenced where you might have been, where you might have tickled a little too much, if you know what I mean.
A little too much tickling in that family. You know what I mean? A little too much French tickling.
But why is it gotta be French? Tickle.
Well, French tickler.
Is it tickle? Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
The French tickler is the only kind of.
I thought you were calling back to the Shays Lounge, so it was like the tickle.
And the marshmallow.
Yeah.
You got a French theme going on, dude. I don't think I've ever heard of any other adjectives with tickling. French tickler is the only thing I got.
No, I don't know any other. I actually forgot about that one, so I don't. Yeah, that's the feather. That's the feather one, right?
Goddamn French, man! Invented a new way to tickle people.
Yeah, I mean, I only know my sister, because of the BDSM stuff my sister did. She like taught me about the tickling stuff, but I never thought about it.
I don't get that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not in a judgmental way, but
I always think it's funny whenever dudes try to act real tough, how ticklish they are. That was always like one of my things that I would do to disarm dudes who were being too aggro, is I'd give them a poke in the side and they'd always be like, no, stop. No. It would like generate a sound out of them. That would negate whatever kind of machismo bullshit was coming out of their face. No.
One of them's gonna headbutt you one day.
Go ahead. My head's hard as fuck, dude. Also, good luck trying to headbutt down. You're just gonna headbutt me on the top of my head, and that ain't gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt you. Because I'm short. In case anybody was wondering. Because I'm short.
None of us were wondering.
Okay.
DJ, you've been really silent during the tickling discussion.
How do you feel about it? Are you one of those people?
I'm hurt inside.
He's still upset about the beard thing.
No, I don't care about the bird thing. Birds.
The birds. Is that what it is? Your beard's not long enough?
Beard. Oh.
The beard's not long enough for birds to live in it? You want to be able to
I
have
had a thing going. It was like, on the mountain, growing the hair out. It was supposed to grow out. Really, it's not that big of a deal. We've really grown it to its fullest conclusion. It's fine.
Okay, we'll weigh in on the tickling thing then.
Tickling? Yeah. What I like to do is I like to reach over to Dre, grab her underneath her gobbler, and go ding dong like that. She hates that.
That is so rude.
She hates so out of that.
That's awesome.
It's definitely a violation.
It may be wrong. You said you tickle Bobby. You're now saying you tickle Dre. I definitely tickle Andy. It could be wrong. People can weigh in as far as the consent thing goes. I'm going to go ahead and say right here, right now, I don't care. This can be the hill I die on. Obviously, I'm not going to say this about strangers or even friends. If Carmen was like, don't you ever fucking tickle me again, I'd be like, yeah, I don't even know why I did it the first time. That was completely inappropriate. I'm sorry. But with Andy, she's going to have to set me down and like make me understand that it's divorce 30. Because, and I've told her this before, it makes her mad and she laughs. Those are my two favorite things to make her. There's nothing makes me happier than making her laugh or making her mad. I get to do both.
And try not to laugh. When they try not to laugh. When you see the cracks.
Yeah, when they're fucking breaking. No, cut it out. I don't like that. Stop it.
God, it rules, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tickle her very soon.
Man, is that a broken person thing about wanting to aggravate your partner?
No, everybody wants to aggravate their partner.
Yeah.
Everybody is okay. Because I remember I made a joke about it. Of course, people in the comments were like, well, that's why I got divorced. That's bullshit. You didn't care about that person if you're aggravating them. If you want to, and I'm like, well, no, you just sometimes like to spawn a different emotional response.
Well, let me say this too. I think this,
but never to the degree where somebody's genuinely mad. It's just enough to be like, and then they look at you and then they give you like a cutting. Like Bobby does that shit to me. He likes to do things until I cut him with my eyes, and then he feels like a bad kid, and then he's like, hey, I'm a bad. Like, yeah.
Speaking negative, but it rise.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Need a rise out of you. I think it's also probably a safety thing of like I need to aggravate you, and then you still want to be hanging out with me on like some subconscious level.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Like I need to be on my bad behavior, and then you still accept and love me. Fucking rules. I know that.
Okay.
What do you have to say, DJ? Why'd you make that face?
I just don't agree that we're trying to feel like bad people, like a bad boy. I'm a bad boy. I come up here.
Well, you made it sound pervy. I don't think he's aggravating me to be pervy. I think bad, but that doesn't mean like bad boy. Like, spank me. I'm a bad boy. Because that's not how you get that result to aggravate me. I think it's just to be. I think it is a very juvenile or like little kid thing where it was like I got in trouble, but I'm getting away with it.
Dude, I got in so much trouble when I was in like first grade for I liked this girl and I ate all her crayons and shit. Cut her hair. Goddamn.
Yeah, like a little bad boy. You made it like some kind of like leather jacket smoking thing. We meant literally a bad boy.
Outside the bar looking for.
You said in 8th grade or 8 years old?
8th grade. I was like probably in 2nd grade, maybe. I think I was in 3rd grade. Miss Wiley.
I was like, if you were eating crayons in 8th grade, I would be very concerned.
Yeah. Honestly, if you were cutting girls' hair without permission, it'd be pretty wild to cut a girl's hair without permission in 8th grade too.
Yeah, I did that. I cut her hair. I cut girls I like hair. I'd throw their stuff away. I was a real charmer.
It never stopped, dude.
I want to steal money out of their mom's purse.
That rules.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna do that.
Steal their dad's car.
I'm gonna steal money out of Andy's mom's purse in a minute as a display of my love and affection for her.
I'm just imagining a second grade.
Yeah.
So that's what, like a 9-year-old DJ stealing a car to be like, this'll get her.
Yeah, she'll see how tough I am now.
I'm a bad boy.
I'm a bad boy. Give me your friends. Don't kiss me or touch me.
Ew, get away from me.
Yeah, major cooties.
Did you guys ever get your cootie shot?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're out there free range. That's like me with chicken pox. I never got the chicken pox.
Yep.
So I have to get the shingles thing.
This is perhaps more for DJ because of like power dynamics with gender. Also, though, Andy tries to fight me when I tickle her, and I really like that.
Good.
Like, I'll make her mad enough to punch me, and like I enjoy that.
Good.
Do you just stab each other? Stab each other. If you love each other,
you'll
stab each other.
Proust. Isn't that Proust?
Huh?
Isn't it Proust?
Proust?
Verlaine? No, it was Rimbaud.
I forgot.
Verlaine shot Rimbaud because he loved him. That was what he said when he wrote about it. Why didn't you shoot me? Because I love you. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Exactly. You don't really love anybody. Torch their hands. Threaten their mama.
That's some Lisa Left Eye Lopez shit right there.
If Andy, look, you don't really love somebody if you wouldn't commit some kind of crime if they fucked your life up.
Yeah.
Andy would definitely do violence to all my stuff and potentially me. Now that we have a kid, it's different. But before the kid, if she ran off with one of my friends or something, I would have destroyed her in some way, at least for like a few months,
Yeah.
Just she comes home one day and her fucking car's upside down and on fire on her porch,
What, you did this to me?
Yeah, this is love, like DJ said. But going back to it, do you try to get Dre to hit you?
Do I try to get Dre to hit me?
When you tickle her specifically. It's not always my goal, but 50% of the time I want her to hit me.
My whole deal isn't necessarily tickling. It's like there's a lot of poking. Yeah. There's a lot of punching involved, but on both sides. Look, man, there's a lot of wrestling in the bed. There's a lot of all that.
Yeah, I think that's like bear cub shit though. But I used to do that with like buddies of mine, and then like just
and
friends.
One of them got a boner.
No, but just like play fighting. But it wasn't sexual. Neither one of us got a boner.
I could be wrong, Carmen.
You are wrong. You are wrong because these are dudes that had never had interest in me, still don't have interest. These are friends of mine. Where if there was any inkling of that, I would have never did it. You know what I'm saying?
You know the whole thing of like men and women can't be friends, like that thing on the internet.
Sure,
it's like that toxic bullshit. I do not ascribe to that at all. I think that's ridiculous and backwards and insane.
Yeah, it's as old as fucking when Harry met Sally. I mean, come on.
But I think I'm in the camp of men and women can't fight and it not be sexual. I don't believe that. You can't be out there wrestling around and some part of his animal brain's like, but I can pin you down, motherfucker. And it just gets something going in there. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I don't, but it didn't. I mean, it didn't. No, I'm saying
you can't know their inner thoughts. You can't know their inner thoughts.
Sure, but I'm saying if there was a thought like that where that was visceral, it was never like there was never a pause with them holding me down and looking at me. You can see when see when a flip switch is in a dude's brain. Well, I can. I've been hanging out with men for a long time, and intimately and not intimately. I mean, like.
And yet you have a blind spot we've discovered.
I don't think so, because then I would try to wrestle with like female friends of mine, and then like one of them was like, "Are you trying to fuck me?" And I was like, "No, I was just trying to fight. I thought it was fun." Because it wasn't sexual for me either. I don't know. I just thought.
I can't believe it wasn't sexual for you. The reason that girl responded like that is she's like,
Every time I wrestle with a guy, he's trying to fuck me.
We fuck.
Yeah, I do.
The first time me and Andy did that was so hot. The first time we wrestled and then we ended up fucking, it was so hot.
Yeah.
It was so hot.
It reminds me of that. Do you remember that? I don't know if they still do it because I don't really watch as much anymore. But years ago, there used to be like that. It was like a lesbian porn subsect called Ultimate Surrender, where there would be chicks that would fight. They would actually fight and then fuck.
I don't think I'm aware of this specific.
It was pretty neat. We're talking about
but as a general genre, I'm aware of the existence of what you're discussing.
I think it was big in like the early 2010s, maybe, or maybe before then. I don't know. That's when I remember seeing it.
I had a video like kind of went viral. Another video was going viral where this very ripped woman and man were doing MMA jiu-jitsu type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she was about his size. So she was a large woman. He was a smaller guy. And at some point she got on top of him and was using her legs to control him and ended up very close to his face. And then I cut to myself right there and was like, Andy, we gotta learn MMA. It was so hot.
So yeah, you probably would have loved it back then.
Yeah, I might go, what's it called again? Can you spell it?
Pipe up in the Discord if you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about, so I don't sound like an insane person. But there was like a ring, like they were actually fighting. They were actually like
be into that.
No, they weren't. Like they're not. You're not coming out with cauliflower ear. I mean, they're fighting as much.
Put them in the street. Can I place one in an alley? And then they end up fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, can we have it at a family barbecue and they're arguing over a man? You
well,
know
that's
what I mean?
amateur.
Like,
this seemed like after they seemed like a theme, so it seemed like it was in a controlled environment. I think.
Well, we're looking for a different theme here.
Yeah.
Was that bum fights?
They didn't fuck on bum fights, which is it's like that was the integrity they had, because at least one dude in that company was like, I bet we make even more money if we made him fuck. And the two other guys are like, man, I got to look my mom in the eye. This is as far as I could go. I was making him fight.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Listen, we love the fighting. Have you considered fucking at the end of the fight?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was like the winner fucked the other one with a strap on or something like that, if I remember correctly. But
so no real loser.
No loser. No loser. I didn't mean to bring it to a dead halt. I was just talking about the fighting thing, where I get what you're saying, that it could be sexual, but I'm telling you, man, it really wasn't. There's a vibe. There's something in the air.
From being your friend, there's a word that you can't stand being called, but I just think you're being a little naive here.
Okay.
Just a touch. I don't think it was like, maybe I'll give you, I don't think it was like premeditated. I don't think the whole time they were thinking about banging you. I'm just saying that, and maybe I'm too old school, I don't believe a straight man can wrestle with a woman and it not, even maybe just on a subconscious level, turn on so much of the sexual stuff in the brain.
All right. But I also think it's because you like that, specifically you.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably true.
I mean, maybe. It's not like a huge kink of mine or anything, but I'll accept that I might be further along.
You made a video about it.
Fair. Yeah, but I'm saying, what I'm saying is I could end up much further down the spectrum on that. But what I'm also, I guess, getting at, though, is I don't think power dynamics in general are specific to me. And wrestling, pinning someone, holding them, like, that's all, like, adjacent to set. You're
also assuming that they pinned me. This is...
I'm not, what am I lying about? I'm talking about other people. I'm saying I'm owning my shit. I'm saying I think for most people, it's not even a kink thing. Like, it's very close to sex.
Mm-hmm.
It would almost, to me, what you guys are saying, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe you're right.
I mean, that's why everybody makes fun of MMA, is it being gay, is because those moves remind people of sex. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So here's what I'm saying. This, to me, what you guys are saying would be analogous to me being like, I don't know, I think nudity usually turns people on and makes them think about sex. And you guys are like, that's a you thing. Not everybody.
No, that's a United States thing, because then what they would do the news with the topless and all that shit, and people are. I don't think after the novelty wore off, it wouldn't be as.
But the novelty's not worn off. My point being,
man. Also, nudity in itself is like also kind of annoying. Just case in point, Game of Thrones, right? We just started watching it. I've never seen it before. We just got bored and started watching it. It's like, dude, this is like, just tell the fucking story. Did the dragon fucking live? Does the dude, like, I don't need to, like, it just doesn't need to be in here. What is this goddamn fucking Skyrim of our lives? What the fuck's going on? You know what I'm saying? This is bullshit.
You don't like all the incest, bud? You don't like all the incest?
It's just long and drawn out and just like too much. Like, you can't just kill the kid and then just like fucking 20 minutes of just weird fucking Red Shoe Diaries, fucking medieval.
I mean, that's what it is. It's all politics. Everybody, it's all politics with them dangling a dragon in front of you. That's the best way to describe it.
David trash. I hate it so much.
Glad we're talking about David Duchovny again, dude. I bet David Duchovny would wrestle a bitch.
Yeah, of course he has. Have you read his poetry yet?
I'm not graduated to the poetry level yet. I'm saving that for my summer reading course.
They're referencing the Patreon episode, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going to do a summer reading course called The Red Shoulder Summer Diaries, where I get sunburn.
Redneck Diaries.
Mm.
I was thinking sunburn, but redneck's good too.
Well,
I gotta go.
One thing about the Game of Thrones that always upset me is people would get more upset by a fucking incest joke than actually watching a bunch of incest, like watching it on just because they're in period garb. Like that shit would upsets the shit out of me.
Dude, people got mad at the guy who created Family Guy, Seth whatever, for making a joke about Harvey Weinstein being a rapist.
What?
Before Harvey Weinstein was arrested, people were like, that's inappropriate. It was like,
what?
Peter Dinklage got mad at other dwarves and little people about wanting to play little people in Snow White. If there's any controversy about Snow White, it's the fact that fucking Peter Dinklage totally fucking cockblocked the rest of the people who were supposed to play the seven dwarves. And it's just bullshit. And I don't even know why I'm watching the show right now, because he's in it. He fucking sucks. I'm sure Toxic Avenger sucks. Such bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever done a bigger 180 on a guy.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Wait, I don't know. Like, so he was saying like it's like beneath them that they shouldn't be doing that role or whatever. So
yes,
who
they went with the CGI instead?
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, well, if who are they gonna have play it? So they had CG. Okay. All right.
Not all right. Not all right.
It's also like stopping a bunch of people from having jobs.
That's what I'm saying. Knocked a lot of people out of their jobs. You don't know that motherfucker could have just been fucking had the perfect sneezy or whatever. Goddamn fucking like was ready to enter. Like, how did you enter into it, Dinklage? And why, like, we want this is fucking bullshit.
Rough name for a guy who hates being a dwarf.
Well, heard that.
Oh, Peter Dink.
Well, I think it's like, I think, because I know there's like, there's something in the little people community about like when they do the wrestling and stuff like that. I think it's called micro wrestling and stuff. Like, there's a lot of people that hate on that because you're just being self-exploitive. And because
but you're allowed to be self-exploitive.
Sure.
What's wrong with that?
You're a half-grown person. Sorry, I'm sorry. I should have done that in the middle. But I didn't mean what I was my point. Like, you are allowed to be self-exploitive.
Sure, but people don't have to like it. That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's really the individuals who are being like, okay, well, if it's bad for the culture, I mean, it's the same shit. It's like people criticizing roles that Black people do or roles that Latin people do, and it's just like, this isn't helping us, the grander us. So,
but that situation too, where people are complaining about roles only promoting racial stereotypes. And if Peter Dinklage is like, I'm sick of roles promoting certain like dwarf stereotypes, that's his right to feel that way.
Yeah,
you went much further than that. It basically is like, these roles shouldn't exist, and it's just a little weird. It reminds me, honestly, someone made this point when the abortion stuff happened. Bear with me for a second.
Okay.
Someone was like, oh, this is about states' rights. States should be allowed to choose. If I live in my state, I should be allowed to choose to make abortion illegal because I think it's murder. Someone's like, that's a great point, actually. But I'm worried that I'll be living in a state where I don't agree with everyone in that state. So why don't we make it a county choice? Actually, you know what? What if you're living in a county where the people in the city and the people outside of the city, out in the county, they disagree? We'll make it a city thing. But you know what? What if I'm living in a city where I had to move there for school, but it should be an individual's choice. Oh, that's what pro-choice was the whole fucking time. You can't pretend like you want the states to have more power because you hate big government, and then you're taking the right for the individual. So my point being is, it sucks that Peter Dinklage was such a obviously phenomenal actor. We know that now, and he was forced to do these roles that were beneath him. But it's none of his business if somebody's just trying to feed their family and they don't have Peter Dinklage's fucking talent and they want to be a micro wrestler.
Or how do they want to start? Money. Yeah, that's a way to start in the business. Listen, you won't fucking do open mics and goddamn thing. Dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know how many shows DJ's done that were beneath him?
So beneath me, so far beneath me.
I gotta go. I love you.
Man.
Yeah, the part of it is like then you're because I mean, even because this is the thing, and this is behind closed doors. They would not, and I wouldn't say who, but they would never say this publicly. But there are people of color that I know that are like, this person is being real right wingy, but they're doing it for money. So like, get your money. I hate what you're doing, but get your money type of situation. So it's still very inappropriate capitalist mentality when it comes to being self-exploitive. But at the same time, it's like, I don't agree with how you're doing it. Right. And I think that's the thing is with the Peter Dinklage thing is he's taking their option to do it away because so wait, what happened? Did he made did like just nobody was willing to do the job, or did the production took the roles away?
Production stopped. Yeah, the production stopped. They went, instead of having live people, they had fucking CGI. And which, you know, if you're going to get into a multi-million-dollar fucking goddamn Disney movie, you're about to get fucking paid, dog. So it don't fucking matter. It don't matter what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? You going in there, dude, you know what I'm saying? It's a fucking Disney movie. Who's going to watch it? Number one, you're getting your foot in the door. You're making connections. You're doing the goddamn thing.
Well, millions of people are going to watch it. It's a Disney movie. It's huge.
I don't know if that many people are going to watch it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Especially that movie. Apparently tanked.
But that's what I'm saying is it doesn't make sense. They shouldn't do the movie because it's a Disney movie. That means they're going to get paid well. If they shouldn't do the movie because it's a Disney movie and nobody's going to see it. Like, those two things are conflicting. So it doesn't make sense.
You're in the industry. It's for the industry. It's not for the fucking people who are watching the movie.
Right. To Peter's point, what I think is you should just be able to put a little person in a regular fucking role. It shouldn't be a dwarf.
Knock them out of other roles that they could possibly get.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? That's the bullshit. If he wanted to say that, he should have said that to the point, and not top block these folks from getting work.
What they should have done is taken the money and then said it afterwards. That's what they should have done. That's the way you do that. Is you do that role and then you criticize them afterwards after you've been paid. I mean, that's been the system in all of this. I mean,
unless it's a rad movie and people are like, you did great, and they fucking fawn over your work.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
we'll never know, will we? Peter Dinklage.
This is so exciting that you're just now starting to watch Game of Thrones. The original one? The original one?
Yeah,
or the House of Dragons or whatever?
I haven't made it that far. We're watching shows. I guess been doing that. So fucking Trey maybe watched White Lotus and then fucking terrible, awful. Penguin, awful, terrible, fucking awful. It's all awful. It's all just fucking such garbage. All of it. I hate it all.
There's so these anti-villains, it's like there's so much sympathy for evil in a lot of these that I just can't. I'm just so tired of seeing where it's just like, you're never going to make me sympathize with the people who are oppressing us. That's never going to fucking happen. And they're trying to do it do it in media, and I can't fucking stand it. Yeah, I don't care how much you tell me that this person had an awful childhood. So did I, and I'm not fucking blowing
everybody I know. Yeah, we're all fucked up. We're full of microplastics.
It doesn't justify it. Yep.
Yeah. Well, my thing with like the Penguin, especially, dude, is like how shitty are the writing. Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, what trash, dude. It's like you build a character and then every character arc, motherfucker either gets kidnapped or fucking has some sort of heart attack or passes out right at the fucking. It's the same. It's like, how many times can you kidnap this motherfucker? The whole thing. I'm like, God damn. It's like, this is the only like cut that they have. The only fucking arc that they have is like, motherfucker, you build it up and then motherfucker has a heart attack, or like fucking just a simple cut and dry. There's nothing to it. It's just as stupid.
It's so stupid. It's very Deus Ex Machina heavy in as far as as their resolutions. It's always a big thing like that. Some sort of godlike machine comes in and here's the answer. This is how we make this move forward. This one really big thing that's very conveniently placed. It's I get it. But well, I'm glad you're watching shows.
I'm not. I won't be for long. I don't know what started it, but like at night we got caught up on watching shows, and it's like it's just me just fucking with my arms crossed going, God damn, I hate it. Fuck bullshit. That's all it is.
I would love it for the MST3K version of you watching a lot of this with your
fuck you taking the fuck out of here. Oh shit. What the fuck? You trying to goddamn kidnap the motherfucker for the third time?
It's one season. How many times can you get kidnapped in one season?
Keep kidnapping this motherfucker, dude. This is crazy. Like, come up with something, anything else. You can come up with anything. Motherfuckers having heart attacks at the right moment. You know what I'm saying? At the fucking, he's just about to kill. No, he has a heart attack. No, she passes out. No, this motherfucker goddamn. Just get the fuck out of here. I hate that.
What a beautiful place to
like. You know, in real life, this motherfucker would have got killed 500,000 different. Everybody would have killed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would even be a fucking. No, anyway. And where the fuck is Batman? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck's he doing during all this shit? It's fucking bullshit, man.
Well, I think that's supposed to be what's coming next. Is after.
Well, they blew up the whole goddamn fucking town. You know what I'm saying? They're like, fucking, ain't nobody nowhere. Goddamn, blew up the whole sewer system. Fucking goddamn. Like, he on the bullshit. Batman is bullshit. I believe they're lying to us.
You don't think the billionaire? You don't think the billionaire vigilante? Maybe he was busy. Maybe he had he had a corporate meeting.
Did you see Elon fucking rage quit playing video games?
Oh my god, I loved it. I loved it.
It was great.
It was so good.
What a loser. Oh my god.
He couldn't even make it through the tutorial, dude.
The tutorial, man.
He couldn't make it. And it was
I
like,
wouldn't even done that to myself, dude.
No, I was just, dude, that's how arrogant he is he doesn't even, he thinks he's gonna like, oh, I'll show them, this will win them over. And it's just like, no, that's not how this works, you dummy. Mm-mm.
Like, that doesn't work for anybody like that. Though.
No, I know.
Like, nobody. Like, you're not, like, how, like, it's insanity is really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's crazy. It is satisfying to see something like that.
What is it? Like, you are alone and you'll never have friends, or I can't remember what some of the things that they were saying.
Yeah, dude. They were
you ruined this country like you ruined every marriage you've been in.
Yeah, dude.
It was nice to see trolls troll a troll. I think is also what it is, because so much of that venom is often misplaced towards somebody just playing video games. That's awful, but to see it used for good, creme.
Yeah, them motherfuckers are at Mecca. You know what I'm saying? It's like pointed at they were like, we have reached the summit.
So that's definitely trolls get my vote in that regard. Finally, they're using their powers of evil for good. What a beautiful place to end it, though. We gotta go. I adore you. Then I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Good luck going through the dragons, the incestual dragons.
I'm not sure how far I'm gonna make it, but I'm at the top of it.
Wait till they start killing people for no reason. All right. I'll see you later.
Yeah, okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys for listening. Patreon.com/GravyBabyPod. We got an app up there. And, it also helps us to run this operation. So thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye, bye, bye.
You could stick a whole ribeye in one of your back pockets. Like,